Hi everybody, we're at the Salvation Army in Porterville, California, and we haven't been here in a while, so we're gonna go in and see what we can find. Wish us luck. This store usually has this little table right in front as you walk in, so you can see what they deem to be cute or special. So I always like to take a look and see if there's something that I want to bring home. Sadly, we have stopped coming here actually for the last few months because they have reduced their hard goods racks from, I think there used to be 6 very full racks to now there's 3, and they're pretty empty. I saw these cordial glasses that were so beautiful. They're vintage, possibly antique, but all of them were chipped. I was considering these Ray Dunn Mr. and Mrs. Claus glasses, if not for resale for my son and daughter-in-law who recently got married, and they'll be spending their first Christmas as a married couple together. However, they were completely scratched and damaged, so that was not a good choice to pick up. I should have been looking at the Federal Glass thumbprint glasses that are sitting right there. They're the iridescent tumblers, and I should have gotten them because I think there would have been a profit in that for sure. This horse racing mug was recently sold at auction for $10, so I could have made a little bit of a profit being that these are sold for $1 here at the store. However, it was completely cracked, so when I saw that, there was no point in getting it. Also, I'm not quite sure how well horse racing is doing because I still have my horse racing glasses. I thought this little plate was so interesting. It says that it's hand decorated with Mexican gold, and I don't know what Euskadi is. It has a beautiful little etching of a scene of the marketplace and some folk scene, but it is really pretty. I just don't know what Euskadi means. So if any of you out there know, let me know. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for watching my videos. Please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, and it helps to grow my channel. This was a pretty Royal Doulton saucer, but I've decided that I need to stop buying just saucers without the cups. I have several Fitz and Floyd pieces that are really cute and in my inventory. However, they're not selling. This was a Delft compote, and I did not purchase it because it's very large, very difficult to ship that, I think, and also the store wanted $11 for it. So I decided to leave it there, and I'm thinking that I still stand by my decision. It was really large. This was a very pretty depression glass cake stand, and I really fought with myself whether to purchase it or not. I'm thinking I should have purchased it. It's just so beautiful. Even if it doesn't glow, it's just very stunning. I'm always on the lookout for nice wooden fruit, particularly the apples. I just love them. However, all of these fruit were plastic. It was really interesting. Some were done very realistically, but they were all plastic. And what's crazy is that they were each priced $3.99 a piece. These were Avon collector plates, and they're very pretty. They are of the North American bluebird and the cardinal. And, you know, it's difficult to get collector plates because there's not that big of a market for them. This was signed Paula 1979 USA. I don't know who that was, but cute. That was a wood Aloha girl, and my husband was a little enthralled with it. I believe it was just a souvenir piece, though. I was beginning to get a little disheartened that I couldn't find anything worth bringing home until I found this confetti glass bowl, and I love it. It's so pretty. This vase purse was Bella Casa by Susan Paley for Gans, and when I looked this up, there were none that had sold, and so I decided to leave it behind. However, recently one in a different design sold for $25. I also saw this Bowen pottery tray, and it is so spectacular. I love it. It is by Bowen Pottery, which is a good name brand, and they make individual pieces. They're all different, and I thought it was so mid-century modern looking. It's just spectacular. I made a mistake leaving this salt shaker behind. It's a large king and queen salt shaker, and I thought because I only had the queen, it wouldn't be worth much, but I have since found out that one by itself it's listed for $33. I don't know that any of them have sold yet, but I don't know, it could have been profitable to get that. I'm on the fence about that peace sign hand that's sitting there, because some I see online that have sold for $9 and some that have sold for upwards of $60. So I'm not quite sure whether this is the one that is selling for higher. I don't believe this is the one that is brass. This is an onyx tea light votive holder, and I think it's so pretty. It is missing the top portion of it, which is so pretty as well. They wanted $6 for it, and altogether with the top portion of it and the bottom sells for $19. So it wouldn't have been worth it for me, because it is very heavy, and to ship it would be very expensive as well. I'm always so attracted to these bread warmers. They're stone bread warmers, and what you do is you put them in the oven and heat them up, and then when you take them out, you can put them in a basket underneath your bread or rolls, and it keeps your rolls warm. and I have one, but I think these are so cool. This was so funny. They had a whole box of these little, I think they're passed out as wedding gifts to people. I'm not quite sure, but they had an entire box of them. They're just cheap doodads, but the store was charging, I think, $2 a piece for them. We're at the new Goodwill in Porterville, California. Let's see if they have awesome finds. Thankfully, these prices were pretty reasonable at this new Goodwill in Porterville. This platter was pretty new. It was not anything vintage, made in Italy, and they wanted $2.99 for it. These blue and white Currier and Ives dishes were 99 cents a piece, which was really a bargain for Goodwill. I already have a lot of these dishes, so I decided to leave them there for somebody else to enjoy. Now this I'm regretting not purchasing, but I have to say that it did have a chip on it, and I try not to purchase glass that has chips on it because it just scares me. It cuts so easily. But this was a vintage blue Federal glass Windsor button and cane serving dish, and oh my goodness, wasn't it beautiful? This was so funny. I went to pick up the mug and the plate came along with it. I don't know if that mug was vintage. It looked like it might have been. The plate was not. So somebody Frankensteined it. I liked this Homer Laughlin plate. Wasn't it pretty? It was a scene of a fireplace. It was just so homey. Sadly, it doesn't sell for very much at all. Now, there is so much false graph around that I have gone false graph colorblind. I just leave them behind for some reason. I think they're beautiful and they are so well made. I'm not quite sure why I've decided to leave them behind. I should have purchased this one because it was only $1 and it's worth a lot more than that. It really doesn't sell for a whole lot, but I think that I could have gotten maybe $15 for it. There were 3 of these Spring Valley plates, and they go beautifully with my home decor for autumn, and I love them. Even though they have some crazing on the back, they're still so nice. And I believe I purchased these for, I think it was 99 cents or $1.99. No, they were $1.99 each. And they were so great, I had to bring them home. I found this Precious Moments plate, and I just liked it. It's one that I haven't seen before. I don't think they're too abundant, and I do have a family member that loves Precious Moments, and she does really nice stuff for my mom, so I think this is destined for her. That was a fun bottle. It wasn't vintage, but I just liked it. That Stein was really interesting. It's an endangered species jaguar, and it was made in Brazil, which I thought was interesting because I've never seen anything or rarely seen anything from Brazil. Not worth a whole lot, though. I thought I had made it big finding this Bob Ross game, and they wanted $8 for it, and it has recently sold on eBay for $7. So I had to leave it there. But isn't that a fun game? I know, this was false graph, but look at how beautiful it was. It's a butter dish that has tulips and violets, I think, on it, and I just could not pass that one up, so I had to get it. Oh my goodness, I love Ted Lasso, and if you haven't seen it, watch it. It's so good. They had some good prices on certain things, but I couldn't believe the prices on these toys and dolls and stuff. As is typical, my husband finds moose everywhere we go. I did love this plate. It's Franciscan, and I think if they had a set of 6 or 8, I would have purchased them. But just one plate is a difficult sell. And sadly, it was damaged. One common way of making the confetti glass is that the glass blower, it blows a huge bubble, glass bubble, and then usually made of a more dense colored glass, and then they blow this huge bubble to the point where it gets so thin that it immediately cools, and then it's shattered, and then those shattered pieces are adhered to the new creation, whatever they're blowing, and then they adheres to it. So you can actually feel and see these little shards that have adhered to the other portion of the glass. And I cannot resist art glass. So I had to get this. It was $3.99, and I just had to get it. Look how beautiful it is. I believe this particular one was made by a company called iStudio. It may have been. There's no confirmation on that yet, but it is vintage and it is beautiful, and I love it. And it's blue. It's my favorite color, and it's almost like a turquoise blue. I love it. It's gorgeous. So found that, and then I also found this, which the store was just cram-packed full of people, so it was very difficult to film. But this was one of the items that we didn't get to film, but it's whole. It's whole. See? And it's a mini bean pot, but you can also use it as an open sugar. Now, typically, I think these come with a lid, but look at this drip glaze. Oh my goodness, it's so stunning. Isn't that incredible? I took a pottery class in high school, and trying to do the drip glazing was so difficult. And look at how beautiful this is. I just think it's stunning. So I got that, and I got it for $1.99. Look, look. Oh, it's so beautiful. And it's made by Avon. You know, I have to say that a lot of the beautiful items that I have come across have been made by Avon. They had beautiful artisans that they contracted with. Because this was made in England by Wedgwood, Enoch Wedgwood. And it is Avon products, but it's beautiful. And they're quite beautiful. So a lot of the items that I find that are Avon. So I'm not gonna diss on Avon anymore because they have contracted with very quality companies. So there you have it. It was $3.99, and it's just an addition to my, do you see me? I'm shaking. To my collection. I love it. So got that, and then I found this. Look at this stunning piece. And my husband was like, really, you're gonna take, yes, look at how beautiful this is. These are indented swirls. Look at the bottom. And just the beautiful way that it's made. And wait till you see. It was made by Bowen Pottery in 2002. and they're a quality pottery company. And let me tell you that each piece, it's one of a kind, and similar ones to the ones that they have sold for between $40 and $100 for this same size and design. Can you believe it? So that made up for not being able to find too many things, but this one was just so pretty. Very, very mid-century modern, very, very elegant. You can use it as a cheese board. You can use it as a riser, although that would be a waste, but as a cheese board would be lovely, or just simply as a statement piece. Isn't that beautiful? I love the colors. Isn't that beautiful? It just, to me, it's absolutely stunning. So found that, and we bought it for, it was half off day. So we got it for $3. $3. And this one we got for $2. Can you believe it? Oh my goodness. Because the green tag was green tag day. So yes. And then we went to Goodwill. It was a brand new store or a new location, and it is a brand new building, and it was huge. So they were putting out all kinds of stuff, and we found these for $2 a piece. Look at how beautiful these are, and these are going to go beautifully with my autumn and winter decor. I love them. They are by Spring Valley, which is a Japanese brand, and they are vintage. They are crazed. You can see right there their design, or rather their age. They show their age, but that just makes them more interesting. They've had a life, and they are beautifully made. Now the crazing happens when there's a difference in temperature. So somewhere along the line they moved to a hot area, and we live in a hot area. So unfortunately it tends to happen to older pieces, especially if you don't have good air conditioning and heating in your home. It will tend to happen because of the fluctuation in temperature. So that, we found those, and then I can't say no. They have these pieces. I do have a lot of the other pieces that we found. We did find some with the river boat, which my husband absolutely loves, and I do have quite a few pieces of those. But I don't think I have a bread plate with this design, so I just wanted to add it to my collection. And look at how beautiful that is. So gorgeous. And you can see that this was made in the US. It has the imprint saying USA right there. So it's vintage, and it is an older piece, and I love it. And that is hard work. I don't think I would want to go back to that time period, but it's so stunning to look at. It's beautiful, and you just evoke a time period that you didn't live in, or want to experience it. And then I found this, and I just think it's beautiful. It's so, the pastel colors are so sweet. the design with the little hearts and the beautiful little flowers. It's just so sweet. It is Precious Moments, and it was made in, my eyesight is getting worse and worse by the minute. I think that says 1994 is when it was made. Isn't that sweet? And so what, I get them everywhere, rarely. Every once in a while something will tug at my heartstrings, and this one did. I think it's just beautiful. There's no damage to it, and I do have an aunt that collects Precious Moments, so if it does not sell and Christmas comes along, she may be getting this. Very sweet. Okay, found this, and every time I find anything with Jack Skellington, if it's a good quality thing or just something that makes me want to get it, I do, because both my sons love Jack Skellington. As a matter of fact, my youngest son dressed up as Jack Skellington for Halloween once, and I did his makeup, and let me tell you that he looked like Jack Skellington. It was so great. They both my sons love Jack Skellington. What I was thinking is that I might put a black ribbon through that hole where the tag is, put a black ribbon on, and that can be a little gift or a tag for a gift for Christmas for them, for one of them. But wouldn't that be cute? And they can use it for their Christmas tree every year after that. And it's made out of like porcelain. So it's a nice piece. I like it. And we got that for $1.99. And then I don't purchase a lot of false graph, but this one was very nice. Look, it has these beautiful violets, and on the other side it has a beautiful tulip, and there's no damage to it. It's very sturdy, heavy duty, good quality, as false graph tends to be, and there was no damage to it. I thought it was beautiful, and I think that it might sell well. The mark is very well imprinted, and it's made in the US. It's a very nice quality piece. So I also purchased that. Isn't that pretty? And several of my subscribers say that they love butter dishes, and I do too. So I think that will sell. Isn't that beautiful? All the colors, it's very pastel, very just beautiful. Very sweet, elegant. And while my husband was at the cash register, look at what I found. Aren't these adorable? They're Anchor Hawking from 1981, and they're Roger Johnson design. I guess he was the designer. And look, the matching salt and pepper shakers. Oh my goodness, so exciting. And these just recently sold for $22 and change for just the 4. But I have the matching salt and pepper shakers. Isn't that cool? And then I also found these Poppy Trail plates, which are so cool. They're dinner plates, and I will be incorporating those into my winter decor. But you can also use them around Easter time, so springtime decor would be really cool too. Aren't those cool? And we paid $1 for all of these, each one of these. So $1 a piece for each one. Cool, huh? This is a Marshall Potteries pitcher that I found at American Veterans, and I love it. It's so heavy and it's huge. Look at that. I found this carved natural gourd up in the mountains in a cute store that I found, and then when I went back to get some more, it had closed. So I was very happy to have purchased it when I had the chance. So excited to have found these ceramic Upco pumpkins, and their Upco stands for the Ungamock Pottery Company in Roseville, Ohio. And this is a Polish pottery pitcher, which I love. I also love this picture of my mom. I found this witch pumpkin at Target a few years ago. This is some decor that I've had for a while. I made the American flag wooden things. The oval vegetable bowls are part of the set that I found while thrifting. We thrifted Marketplace, and it's from our Yosemite video. So take a look at that video, because oh, that was an amazing find. And these are Amberina. This is our Amberina little set that I have here, which we found each one at a different time at the same thrift store, months and months apart. But they glow, like depending on how much cadmium and selenium they have in the piece, they'll glow from different areas. So this one glows from behind, but not on top. And then the bowl glows completely, as you can see, and some of the bowls, just the plates glow in different areas. It's really fun. This plate, I'm still on the hunt for its partner, because I think they come in a set of 2 different designs, and I'm still on the hunt for the other one, but I think it's beautiful. And it's by Wooden Sons, if you couldn't see. I was so excited to be able to include these plates in my decor. They're the Spring Valley plates that I found earlier in this video. And don't they go beautifully with my brown transferware design for autumn? They're quite a bit crazed, but I think that just gives them a history. They've had a life and it shows, but they're beautiful. This little plate, I think, is just gorgeous. It's the Millstream by Johnson Brothers, and it did not come with my other Johnson Brothers Friendly Village decor. I found this pumpkin while I was thrifting, and I love it. It's hand blown, and it has this beautiful exterior that I cannot make out what it is. It looks like it's glazed, but it's not. It's part of the glass, and it has these fibers that go throughout it. I think it's stunning, and I have no idea how they made it, but I love it. I love putting it out for my autumn decor. And I love having my wooden apples, and this particular apple is actually marble. I love it. It's so beautiful. And here is the Marshall pottery that I found in Las Vegas, and a little gourd that I found while out thrifting. Here's the Fitz and Floyd little shaker that I found at the Gilroy Salvation Army, and the Jim Shore that I repaired. I love my Italian hobnail genie bottle that I found in one of my videos, and the hobnail Fenton swung vase that I found in a different video, and the cabbage rose handkerchief vase, and the hobnail shoe. I have just, oh my goodness, they are so beautiful, plus my Johnson Brothers plates. On my table, I have it very minimalist. I only have my little Fitz and Floyd candle holders that I love. I found those at the Gilroy Salvation Army, or one of them. And then I purchased this snow globe at, I think, Target many years ago. These are several pieces that I have found thrifting along the way, and I just love finding different transferware for the different seasons, and so I have compiled them. If you like the video you saw, click on this one next.